Hi cuties. So I finished the Resident Evil 8 DLC, so now all of you guys have to hear me talk about it. Also, I'm sure you've been begging and waiting for me to finish it so you guys can finally have a reason to play it now, so you're welcome. And before you get mad at the title, let me just say, the RE Village DLC was overall pretty fun. I completed it in about 2.5 hours, so all these motherfuckers that were saying 4 or 5 hours and shit like that on Twitter are liars. But around 3 hours is actually really good for the $20 price tag, especially with the added stuff like the new mercenaries and the third person for the main game, so that's kind of cool. Also, this review will be mainly spoiler free. I'm gonna just try to talk in broad terms because I'm a dumb broad, so let's get it. I'll start the review by saying the writing in this DLC is actually good as fuck, which is surprising for RE. It's funny because in RE7 and 8, I think that the writing is way better in the DLCs rather than the main game, so I don't know what the fuck going on with that, but good job, I guess. So Rose overall as a character just didn't really land with me. I liked her better when she was a baby. I obviously want her to succeed because she's Ethan's little munchkin, but her and Ethan are obviously related because they're just kind of mid characters for real. I still fuck with them, but they just feel like martyrs to continue the plot, which is okay, I guess. I will say though, I fuck with the themes of the DLC. Like overall, with Rose tackling like her inner fears and not succumbing to the darkness for real, the shit is cool. It's got a good little message behind it. And this is kind of a spoiler, but I don't care, bro. There was no Lady D. What the fuck? I know I probably just hyped myself up to think that we'd possibly see her a little bit, but there wasn't even a slight cameo. I didn't even see her on any of the paintings in the castle. Like, what the fuck? Maybe I just missed it, but it's my fault for yearning for her in the first place. I really needed her to pile drive me again, bro. The Duke surpassed my expectations. I will say that. I absolutely loved him being a villain, and his motivations actually make sense once you find out why he's not a sweet merchant man anymore, so I wish I could talk about it, but I can't spoil it. They pretty much have you going through all the same areas from the base game as well, just little different twists and things of that nature. And the new enemies, the design is freaky as fuck. And when you take damage, it's actually a crazy reveal to see what it actually looks like, so go play it and get lit up, please. However, the enemies do get very, very repetitive. There pretty much is only like 2 different enemies, and they all look exactly the same. You will also see a bunch of roses, not the flower kind, but they reveal why later, and I don't know, it kind of just got annoying seeing the same shit all the time, but it only lasted for 3 hours, so who cares? Also, there is a segment similar to the RE8 base game where I was shitting my panties, bro. It's easily the scariest part of like the entire Resident Evil franchise, and if you played it, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, another slight spoiler, no Chris, no Jill, no anybody else, and once again, I know that was probably just me hyping it up, but bro, like, not even a little inkling? Like, what the fuck? Back to Rose though, her abilities were cool as fuck, and they found a way for you to use them to solve puzzles and shit, and that was really dope. I do wish there was a little bit more of it. I definitely wanted to Kamehameha some motherfuckers, but that's okay. Also, I think I saw some people say that this is a great finale to the Winter's Bloodline plot, and I don't know how, because that ending was definitely a sign that there's going to be more, bro. For me personally, too, I don't think this DLC has a lot of replayability, because you really only get 2 guns and a pipe bomb, and the gameplay a lot of the time is just run away or use her powers to stall some enemies and shit, so I don't know. I probably won't be returning to it anytime soon, but it's okay. The third-person perspective was definitely a nice touch, and I'm glad they went with it. You get to see Rose doing like a cutesy-pootsie little walk, and it's adorable. Now, without spoiling too much, there is a section where you will have an AI companion with you, and the animations are so fucking weird. It's near the end of the game. If you have beat it, you probably know what I'm talking about. The animations do not look good at all in third person, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm definitely being a nitpicky little bitch. I just love to hate, but it's definitely worth the $20 price tag, and I overall enjoyed it, so I think you guys should purchase it as well. Also, if you were wondering, the Mercenaries mode is first person only, bro. You can't see Heisenberg's ass cheeks. What the fuck? Listen, I like first person, but bro, we need a third person toggle at least for Mercenaries. Come the fuck on. It's gotta feel like the original ones. But yeah, in conclusion, the gold edition for $20 is easily worth it. Shadows of Rose did a decent job somewhat wrapping up the Winters family plotline, and even though you only spent a few hours with Rose, I would still like to see her again at some point, despite me not vibing with her that much. But yeah, very serviceable one-sitting DLC that presents some very cool ideas, but kind of falls flat in some others. If you played it though, just comment, tell me how dumb I am. Also, make sure you hit the Kwan on the like button, slam that bell with your forehead, and yeah, I love you guys.
Bye.